Good morning, guys. I got ready for the day and I made myself some ginger turmeric tea. You actually can't see the steam, I don't think, on the video, but it's really freaking hot, so I'm just gonna wait for that to cool off. I also already drank some celery juice. I don't know if you guys have heard of Medical Medium. He's like some scientific guy. To be honest, I just know celery juice is good for me, and I've heard people say that he talks about it. It's like good for your skin. It's really anti-inflammatory. It's also antioxidants and stuff. So I just decided, what the heck, I'm just gonna drink it. So I've been drinking it every morning. I want to do it for a month to see how I feel. And so far it's been a few days and it doesn't taste very good, but I feel fine. I feel like I need to do more long-term before I give you an actual update. Speaking of updates, I got a lot of them. I got my eyebrows done, if you haven't noticed. I got them microbladed. If you followed me on Instagram, I recorded the process, so I'm not going to talk about it on here, but I just wanted to address it. They finally pretty much healed, so I really like them. I'm happy with them. I decided for the month of August that I'm going to try to eat completely gluten-free. I've just noticed that my skin gets a lot worse when I eat more gluten, and I do have keratosis pilaris, which is like bumps on your arm, and it gets a lot worse, and it was getting pretty bad. So just like the celery juice, I guess I want to try it for a month, see if I feel any difference, and then if not, go back to eating gluten. I don't think I'll ever be 100% gluten-free, but I just want to try it. But yeah, I did want to talk to you guys like more while I drink my tea, but like I said, it's really freaking hot, and I actually have a phone call for work in a few minutes. So I'm going to go take my phone call, drink my tea during the call, and then I'll show you guys what I'm eating for breakfast. Had my phone call thing. I'm finishing up my tea, and I went ahead and made my breakfast. I used the muesli recipe from my blog. I made a big batch of the dry mix because I wanted to use some things in my pantry, so I just soaked it overnight. And instead of soaking it in yogurt and plant milk, I actually soaked it in a chocolate peanut butter protein powder. It's from Amazing Grass. It has greens in it, which is why I didn't drink my greens drink this morning, and also why it looks green and kind of gross. And I paired it with some fresh blackberries, some frozen blueberries, and some pumpkin seeds. So I'm just gonna mix this together for my breakfast. Greetings from my car. Again, I had to run after breakfast. I actually just got out of an acupuncture appointment. I started going last week, so this is just my second appointment, but I've really been liking it so far, and I feel very, very relaxed. I do have some errands to run now. I have to go to the grocery store. I'm filming a recipe video tomorrow, so I have to get a few things. And I also have to go to the post office to mail back my license plate from Florida. I guess it doesn't matter that I just showed you guys what it was, because it's not active anymore. But yeah, I got Washington plates because I live in Washington now. Been meaning to do that for a long time, so since I'm already out, I am going to do that. It's a little bit of work, and I just made myself this giant ass bowl. Alright guys, I've never said I'm an expert at makeup, and I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that I have some weird streak on my right cheekbone, and I'm not sure if that's highlighter that I didn't blend in or if I just wiped half of the makeup off of my face. But yes, I know it's there, and I'm sorry that you have to deal with it for the rest of the video while I'm talking. First thing I did was de-stem some kale, and then I chopped it up really finely and I put it into a dish. And then for my pasta, I have these jars of this like low carb pasta that some company sent me, made from hearts of palm. Don't get me wrong, I love regular pasta, but they were stressing me out because I just wanted to use them up, so I used that. And you just have to drain it in the sink, and then you can add it to the pan. And then I added in some homemade veggie broth, and I just steamed those for a bit in order to cook the pasta and the kale until it was nice and tender. And then there was a little bit of extra liquid left after it finished steaming, so I took that out and drained it. And then I plopped in some lentils that I made earlier this week just in my Instant Pot with a few spices. And then I had also roasted some veggies last night. It was cauliflower, tomatoes, and zucchini in some balsamic vinegar, Italian seasoning, and garlic powder. So then I just stirred everything together in the pan until it was warm. And then I decided to add in some of this ricotta from Kite Hill Foods. It's almond based. So I crumbled that over the pasta because I don't really have a sauce. And I decided to mix that in with some vegan Parmesan. It's a lemon pepper parm by Kelly's Croutons. It's like cashews, nutritional yeast, and a bunch of different spices. And then I also added in some parsley and just mixed that all up and then plopped it into a bowl and brought it to my desk. And here I am sitting in front of you, starving and ready to eat. Figured now is probably a good time to talk, but I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm really hungry, so I'm going to eat first and then I will talk to you after. Okay, food is done and now it's time to actually talk because I have time and I'm not hangry anymore. I don't know if you guys like noticed in my last vlog or if you even watched it, but like I forgot to film the outro and I was just kind of feeling meh. And I feel like just recently in life I've kind of been feeling meh, and I've been joking around with myself and saying I'm having like a quarter life crisis, though don't get me wrong, I'm not really having a quarter life crisis, but I guess I've just been like kind of stuck and feeling kind of in a funk over these past few months. And to be honest, like a lot of my life is really good right now, and I'd say like most days are really good, which I'm very thankful about. But like every once in a while I just keep having these same like feelings, I guess, sort of resurface about my life and just things I'm going through in general. And I mean, social media is definitely a highlight reel. You guys should know that. I try to be as transparent as possible, but like obviously there are some things that I'm not going to share online and just don't really feel like I want to share online at this point in my life. But I am going through a few things that like are significantly affecting my life, and it kind of stinks that like I don't feel comfortable enough to share it with you guys, but like I also have a right to privacy, and I just feel like everyone on the internet is so quick to like judge and share advice even if it's not asked for. And sometimes advice can be helpful, but sometimes a person is going through something and they're already getting advice from other people who they trust, and I just feel like it would be very emotionally draining if I opened up about that. So I'm just gonna leave that like a vague disclaimer. The second thing that's been bothering me other than those things, I guess I love my job and I'm still happy that I can do my job, but I just feel like recently I've just felt kind of like stuck and not really sure, I guess, what I want to do with this channel. When I first started YouTube, I used to vlog a lot, and I feel like I would talk to you guys a lot and share a lot about my personal life. And I feel like slowly, if you've noticed over the past few months, I've sort of like withdrawn, I guess. Like even on Instagram, I feel like I share less about my personal life than I used to, and I think that's part of like two reasons. Reason one is I've been going through some things, and like not everyone wants to share like the negative. People are mostly looking for the positive. And I think the second reason is that like I feel like I'm always stuck in this internal debate of like how I want people to perceive me. So for example, like YouTube is my full-time job. Well, not just YouTube and my blog and Instagram and blah. And I am a full-time recipe developer and a photographer. But like, let's be real, guys, I'm 24 years old. That's really freaking young to have this as your full-time job, I guess, and to have a recipe website. I feel like all the people who I look up to in this community and all of my peers are a lot older than me. So part of me like wants to just be taken seriously. Not that I'm not, maybe that's just my perception, but part of me wants to be taken seriously, and I just want to be making like really high quality recipe content, I guess, to sort of just like prove that I can and prove that like I am qualified even though I am so young in comparison to other people who are doing the same thing as me. But then another part of me like still wants to share my life and connect with you guys. And I feel like one of the reasons why I have withdrawn from social media is because I haven't been sharing as much, and I guess I just don't feel as motivated to come on and share when I don't feel as connected. So I don't know, it's kind of been bothering me for a while, and I guess the biggest overarching theme is I don't know. Like, I guess no one has this all figured out. That's the more I do it, the more I realize we're all just figuring it out, all the full-time bloggers and influencers. I hate that word so much, but anyways, that's a side tangent. But I was talking to my good friend Meg about it, and I do want to like open up and start to share more of my life with you guys and like I guess be more vulnerable and put myself in that position. And I miss talking on my vlogs and stuff, so I think I want to try to start vlogging more regularly. I was thinking of maybe doing it a weekly thing because usually I post videos 2 times a week, once on Wednesdays and once on Fridays. And I was thinking maybe on Wednesdays I could just share and like be more open with you guys. But then I want to do that, but then I have the debate where it's like people are only here for my recipes, they only really care about my food. And while I know that's not true and numbers aren't the end of the world, numbers also don't lie, and more people watch the recipe videos than my actual vlogs. And I don't, honestly, that doesn't, I guess it bothers me to some extent because I said it, but like in reality I don't really look at numbers that much. Like I could tell you ballpark like how many followers I have on YouTube or on Instagram and like subscribers on YouTube and like page views on my blog, but I'm thankful that it's not something I obsessively check every day, and it's not something that like at the end of the day I care. Like I don't know, I'm not obsessed about it like some people are, and I think that's a good thing and I'm happy about that. But like I am totally able to support myself right now too with the money that I make through working with brands and like getting page views and things like that. But I guess just a part of me is still like, well, what am I gonna do for 10 years from now? Am I still gonna be doing this? I don't know. Should I be doing something else? I don't know if any of that made sense. I did not have anything planned that I wanted to say. I just kind of wanted to share. I'm obviously not gonna come on here and tell you every single thing that's always going on, but I do feel like I need to be transparent and say like I've kind of been going through a funk and life isn't all sunshine and rainbows, I guess. So that's enough rambling for today. If you guys think it's interesting, I'll continue to ramble in vlogs, and if everyone hates this video, then I will shut up and just be an almost faceless YouTube channel that just puts out recipes. I didn't realize what time it was, and then I realized what time it was, and I realized I was starving, so I just made myself, whoa, I'm super orange right now, a really quick dinner, and I'm going to show you guys what it is. Pardon the mess, but it's a very lazy salad. So this is the Trader Joe's sriracha tofu. I'm obsessed with it. I usually toss it in my air fryer, but can't be bothered. I'm just eating it cold. And then I roasted a Japanese sweet potato, and I massaged some kale, green onions, and cilantro in a mixture of tamari, rice vinegar, and tahini. So I'm just gonna mix this together for my dinner. Let's be honest with ourselves, that dinner was pretty small. We all know I can eat more than that. So for now, I am snacking on a piece of my zucchini bread. The recipe is definitely out on my blog by the time this video will be up, so I'll link it below. And then I think I'm gonna go for my walk, and I'll probably eat more food after. I am back from my walk, and I'm going to have this peanut butter chocolate popsicle. It's not focusing. I made it for an Instagram post. It's like bananas, chocolate peanut butter protein powder, cacao powder, and plant milk. That's it. And there's some chocolate and peanut butter drizzles on top. But I have to let that defrost a little. So I'm gonna eat this giant peach I got from the farmer's market. And that's it. I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the evening, take some me time, relax. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this, I'll film more vlogs. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.